One of the plot threads that was never fully spelled out in the prequel films was the mystery of who deleted Kamino from the archives. It seems like it was implied just in the movie Attack of the Clones that it was either Sifo-Dyas or Dooku. In the Legends timeline, it was confirmed to have been Dooku, but in the current canon timeline, it is still an unanswered mystery, though it is very likely to have still been Dooku. In the book Padawan, we find out that even after leaving the Jedi Order, Dooku was still welcome at the Jedi Temple. He visited the Jedi occasionally, though for what specifically he does at the temple during these visits is largely unclear. It is said that he speaks with Yoda and the rest of the Jedi Council, but there are no concrete details. If Dooku was the one to delete Kamino from the archives, he very easily could have done it. If we assume that Dooku was the one who deleted the archives, then that would mean that Dooku had been visiting the Jedi Temple for 10 years. Dooku left the Jedi Order in 42 BBY, and Sifo-Dyas, the Jedi who commissioned the clone army on behalf of the Republic, died in 32 BBY, 10 years later. We know that Dooku had Sifo-Dyas killed in a plot to cover up the clone army, and the Sith involvement in its creation. So it's likely, then, that Dooku, with his access to the Jedi Temple, was the one who deleted Kamino from the archives shortly after having Sifo-Dyas assassinated in that same year. The thing about this that I find so interesting is, based on the book Master and Apprentice, Dooku was already turning to the dark side well before 32 BBY. In fact, if Dooku had been visiting the Jedi Temple all this time, for the past 10 years before Sifo-Dyas' death, how did his dark side go unnoticed by the rest of the Jedi? I suppose the same question could be asked about Senator/Chancellor Palpatine, but we know the answer is that he was masking himself somehow, so I suppose Dooku was doing the same. It's just something I find interesting though. Dooku left the Order, then for 10 years he would still be in contact with them, all the while helping Palpatine to plot their downfall. And then that culminated in Dooku having Sifo-Dyas killed, deleting Kamino from the archives, and then spearheading the Separatist movement for the next 10 years after that, which then that of course sparked the Clone Wars. Kinda crazy. Okay, so I didn't have any particular theory to discuss in this video, just sort of talking about some stuff I thought was cool. If you couldn't tell by some of my more recent videos, the lore surrounding Dooku and by extension Qui-Gon Jinn is some of my favorite stuff to analyze, both in Legends and canon. That's all I have for this video though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.